Good morning. Today is Friday, July 15th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC YouTube page. We start with Holly for a check of today's forecast because, Holly, you made some tweaks to the weekend
Yeah,
forecast.
a couple, yes, Danielle. And today is lovely. So we are talking partly to mostly sunny skies, and this fast forwards us to this afternoon. We're dry, upper 70s, low 80s, humidity still low today. In fact, you started off in the 50s. So it was a very refreshing way to kick off the day. But notice as we get into tonight and the start of your Saturday, we see some scattered showers. You might hear a rumble of thunder, but this is already moving out at 9 a.m. And then we're back to partly sunny skies with just isolated storm chances as we head into tomorrow beyond morning. And basically what that's going to do is continue through the weekend itself. So it is not going to be anything that you have to completely worry about canceling plans about, but having backups is probably a smart way to go. I mean, this is July. This is pretty typical stuff. We'll be in the 80s. It'll be a little more humid. And then as we get into next week, we continue along those same lines. Danielle, we'll see partly to mostly sunny skies. We're going to get close to 90 by the middle of the week, I'll tell you that much. And those on and off shower and storm chances will also be around. But the weekend, it's going to work out.
Okay, thank you so much, Holly. And the Cleveland Police Officers Union reached a new deal with the city over a new contract. It will reportedly give officers a 2% raise each of the next 2 years. Union members will now vote on the agreement, and then City Council must approve it. A spokeswoman for the city released a statement saying, quote, "We are honoring the process and letting the union circulate it with their members first before sharing the details publicly." University Hospitals is closing inpatient and emergency services at 2 of its East Side hospitals. Those services at UH Bedford and UH Richmond Heights hospitals will end in less than a month. The decision, the hospital says, is not money related. Rather, it is tied to an unprecedented staffing shortage, driven largely by retirement and burnout from the pandemic. Meantime, the Cleveland Clinic will soon open Saturday appointments for women who need access to reproductive services. Healthcare providers will offer birth control and emergency contraception to patients 14 and up. Appointments will start July 23rd, and they are available at 7 Cleveland Clinic locations. And there are more signs that COVID-19 cases are on the rise again in Ohio. A survey from the Ohio Hospital Association says COVID hospitalizations across the state topped 1,000 cases yesterday. That's the first time the number has been that high since March 1st, but it's still lower than back in January when COVID peak levels were more than 6,000 hospitalizations per day that we saw at that time. And an update now to the story of the released video that shows 2 teachers in Lorain watching in the hallway as 2 middle schoolers fight. This happened at Southview Middle School, and the superintendent of the Lorain City Schools released a statement saying in part, "Although we're still engaged in due process, I really struggle with what I've seen in these videos, and I want to make it clear that anyone who violates our promise to take care of the children of Lorain is unwelcome here in our district." The 2 teachers are currently being investigated. Cleveland City Council passed a resolution voicing its support to Ohio Governor Mike DeWine as the state looks to build passenger rail expansions with Amtrak. In May, Governor DeWine asked the Ohio Rail Development Commission to work with Amtrak to figure out the cost and feasibility of expanded passenger rails in the state. In its resolution, the council urged the state to look at a rail service that would connect the state's major cities, which are Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Dayton. Okay, who's ready for fairs? Well, the opening of the Trumbull County Fair this week marks the beginning of another run of fairs and fun, of course. And you can check out our fair season guide on WKYC.com. It's arranged by county and all in alphabetical order from Ashland to Wayne. And of course, you gotta keep checking the weather to make sure that it's all good for the fair you want to attend. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day, especially for that forecast. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go, starting at 5 a.m. with Austin and Peyton. Have a great day, everybody.